Last year in one of my English classes, it was after the Ariana Grande shooting, like after many people died, and he pulled up the headliner on his phone, like the news story, and he showed it to me and he was like, haha, Aaliyah, was this you? I can't believe that the first thing that someone would think after they saw something so tragic wasn't sending prayers or anything, it was just like making a joke out of it and trying to make fun of me for it.
Negative, but it's been a factor in my life and it's always getting addressed.
Every day.
It's not very often, but I do occasionally get some.
Almost every day. It's like not most like necessarily negative, but like every day, like even if somebody just says the color black, there's like automatically look at me. I don't know why.
I would say at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Not a lot. I think I'm lucky.
I would get comments around like once a week or more.
Being asexual is not something super overt, so I don't get a lot of comments on it unless I tell people. Then I get a lot of like confusion mostly, but sometimes it's like negative, like they start asking me really personal questions, and like I don't know, it just makes me really uncomfortable.
I get comments about my race like pretty much every single day.
People that I don't know think I'm a scary person, but I just have that face, you know.
People in my grade call me the little Jew, but like they do it behind my back, which is fabulous. Or like people will make jokes about the Holocaust or things like that, but most of the time I just like remember how I felt like, wow, I can't believe someone is that ignorant about who I am.
Because I'm actually mixed race, I'm white and Hispanic, they started harassing me and calling me a race traitor.
How are you gonna please your man? It's just a phase. Like that's not a real thing.
People call me like a terrorist, or they joke about me like shooting things or blowing things up. People saying like transgenderism is a sin, I just think it's stupid to make fun of transgender people because they already have to go through a lot and like come back out to like everyone they meet, or else they're basically lying to them.
2 guys would call me Anne Frank because I was Jewish and they thought I looked like her, and they would call me AF because they thought that I didn't know what they were talking about, but they would still do it. Or like people would come up to me and like give me quarters and be like, oh, do you want this?
I often get like, that's not a thing, like especially from older people in the LGBT community that are just like, you just need to make up your mind.
Getting called a terrorist, people like just assume things and they are very stereotypical with it. So.
I've gotten comments of like, oh, you're not a real Asian, oh, you're too white for this, or...
I do, and I like take great pride in doing that.
Well, sometimes it's hard to stand up for myself because it's, you know, it's hurtful even if it isn't meant in a mean or negative way all the time, but usually I just try to laugh it off. I usually don't, I just kind of ignore it.
Most of the time I do because, you know, it's my sexuality. They have no right to comment on it. But sometimes if it's just a situation that I know I can't fix or anything, I just walk away.
It depends on like the extremity of it, but like if I'm like really offended by it, then yeah, I will.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, like if it's not me, then I definitely will say something. I usually don't say anything because it's not really like my place, and like I just would feel awkward in front of like that big of a group of people. Of course I would like stand up for the person who's being oppressed, because you shouldn't tolerate anybody being put down for them being a minority or something that's different from the expected.
And I haven't really like gotten involved with those either, kind of kept my head down, trying to not be offended.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely stand up for someone else.
I very quickly will respond to when people make comments about other people's races. People are like harassing other people.